Welcome back, troglodytes, to Trogly's Vlogly. Okay, we're gonna start with some unboxings here. I gotta tell you guys, I absolutely hate buying things on eBay anymore, because anybody who knows anything about musical gear is usually selling on Reverb nowadays. So you get stuff like this. I didn't even get a box. Now, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I mean, yeah, I'm sure the guitar's just fine, but I feel a little bit insulted as a buyer that I didn't even get some sort of a box. So we've got some taped up Saran wrap, which probably wasn't that cheap. And I'm not sure what's on the inside here. I think it's like some bubble wrap. So let's go ahead and unbox the Saran wrap. Alright, so there's a lot more to that packing job than I realized. I thought he just wrapped it and yeah, great, we've got a case just shipping like that. So my theory behind what happened here is this guy said right after I paid for winning the auction, he's like, okay, I'm going to ship it tomorrow. A week and a half goes by and he hasn't shipped it yet. So I'm guessing he was having a hard time sourcing the box. And after I kind of, started getting on his case, because there's a lot of scammers on eBay and they'll just string you along. You have to get on their case after about a week or so or you might lose out all your money. So he got it shipped out. And after all of that, what is inside of this case? It's just a pink shroud. One more teaser. Ah, a double cut Les Paul. Now, hopefully this is not broken in any way because I would no longer have proper shipping materials. So let's hope for the best here. This thing's got a pretty nice top. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear to it, but you're probably wondering, why did I buy a double cut Les Paul? There's quite a few times that I've said that, I don't necessarily like the shape of them, but I've started to like them a little bit more. I had recently done a rock or not on them because somebody had sponsored an episode, and that kind of piqued my interest in these, but I have an ulterior motive as to why I purchased this one. We're going to have a very special review and demo, but I'll probably do this one first. Now let's unbox this guy. There's kind of a fun story behind this one. I got this kind of as like a partial trade. I mean, it wasn't like an official trade where we send stuff. I mean, we purchased each other's instruments the way Reverb suggests to do it when you're dealing with somebody that you don't know. But he wanted that Explorer from 2019, the B2 Tribute Reissue, whatever they're calling him. They've changed the name so many times. And he just wasn't using this studio. I think he had it on Reverb for about $1,000. I told him, well, I can't quite give you that much for it, but he ended up taking the partial trade offer I gave him. And personally, I think this is one of the ugliest studios I've ever seen, but we'll see how it looks in person, right? He did a fantastic job of packing this. We've got lots of nice small bubble wrap. I prefer using the large bubble wrap stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't realize I was running low, so I'll have to order some more of that from 4bubble.com. Not sponsored by them at this time yet. I should reach out to them, see if I can get an affiliate link or something. But I'm always happy with their service as well as their product. Alright, Gibson USA case. If you notice, USA has been dropped on the new cases for some reason. I'm wondering if it's because the cases are made in Canada and they're like, why are we putting USA on it? Alright. Let's see, does it look any better in person? Oh my goodness. Did you guys see that just right there? Wow. Holy Toledo. That's funny because the bubble wrap comes from Toledo. This thing looked terrible in photos, but now that I have it in person, it's kind of got a plain top, but with a little bit of figuring going on there. It almost looks like... I remember he said he watched my packing guide. He pretty much did it to a T. Look, he took this off. He's got the bubble wrap the exact same way I do. He's got it there. He even chopped up this, looks like a Saman or Stew-Mac, something for there. I think this is the first person that says he's watched my videos and copied it to a T. Nice job, dude. So yeah, this thing, surprisingly a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's got a nice like blister top to it almost. Yeah, so he's happy with his new Explorer. I'm happy with this. I don't know, I might actually end up doing a review on this one after all. Looks like we need a little bit of a polish job right there. But he said he purchased this brand new, just didn't inspire him to play. So if you need a nice looking studio, it is available. Got another one we need to ship out here. What is it? Oh, the XR2 I was loaned for a little bit. This kind of has some drama going on because I felt this guitar was not as described as the guy purchased it. It's got the microphonic pickups and just more wear than was advertised. I mean, this thing was sold as excellent condition, which it's not. I mean, it's very good at best. I would grade this just as good. I mean, it's got a nice top, but it definitely has wear. It has a very distinct smoke odor to it. It's got the impressions on the neck. So I'm not quite sure how this is panning out, but the owner's saying he wants it shipped out now. So let's go ahead and pack it up. Our next guitar here is the R7 that we reviewed a few weeks ago. This took a lot longer to sell than I thought it would, because it was to the point I first listed it at $3,000. I mean, that's about top dollar for an R7. But then I thought, why don't we just give somebody a good deal? Dropped it down to $2,500. That's like the sweet spot for selling R7s, because there's a lot of people that are interested in buying them at that price. But it got so bad of people just messaging me after my price was firm. They're like, will you take $1,800? No. Yeah, that's kind of just what it was. So I had to put a disclaimer in my listing that that's my final price. It made me sound a little bit mean, but I was just kind of getting tired of it. I would get like 8 people every day. Like, I can understand people that try to haggle free shipping or something, but no, that was my final price, and that's what it sold for. And now hopefully it's going to a good home. This next one's a real tearjerker, guys. On the video for this one, I basically called this the Holy Grail for Les Paul Deluxe. And then a lot of people like to roast me. Oh, you found your Holy Grail and you're selling it. Well, that's kind of how this game goes, guys, you know? I have to buy the guitars that I really love, I document them, and to me, that is my personal collection. All the videos that everybody gets to see and enjoy these beautiful instruments. And this one's actually going to a semi-what famous collections house, so it's definitely going to a great owner. And this one, it's a pretty worn out example, but it's still original and unbroken, so UPS, please keep it that way. And for my final song to play on this one, we'll give it a little bit of this. I'll miss you, my friend. Moving on, what is inside of this case? Well, there's a little bit of drama inside of this case. Well, I suppose I better undo all the latches, right? Okay, that brand new 60s standard. This is such a fantastic example. It plays great, it sounds great. Sure, it's got the ding under the pickguard and this weird thing going on at the nut, but I just love this one. It's so beautiful. And I had a guy purchase it, but then he was like, oh, yep, I'll get you paid this weekend. And I always know what that means if somebody doesn't pay right away. It usually means they're gonna flake out on you. And yeah, that's what happened. But no worries, it sold within an hour of it being relisted because it's just such a great example. And I think the new owner's gonna be very happy with it. And one last one here today. I was very tempted to keep this guitar. Like, when I first plugged it in and heard the sounds, this model, if I was like a professional player or something, I would definitely have one of these in my arsenal. Despite this Les Paul recording reissue being completely different from the originals, it definitely has that true to the vintage sound. And what's also nice about these beauties is that they're different enough from the originals that you can justify owning both. And I just love the neck pickup sound on these. And I did want to briefly mention, I forgot one of the low impedance models. The L5S in its original iteration had these pickups in it before they switched them to humbuckers in the later 70s. So this one's going to a great home up in Canada and joining one of the Spotlight specials I sold. Thank you for tuning in to this week's boxing and unboxing video. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.